Hello and welcome back to part 5 of the A10 Warthog um, by Academy. So what I've done since we last spoke was I primed the plane, I painted the missiles and rockets and stuff. I am going to have to touch up the small rockets here real quick on the tails because that's where I was holding on to them with the clips. And it didn't get any paint. These look to be just fine. They got plenty of paint, whatever they were supposed to. So did these. It was just these because they were so small. The clip got in the way. Um, so, and the other thing is I've just taken and I've gotten the pylons. These pylons right here and here and here. So I've got those pylons together, figured out what color they were supposed to be, painted all of those. They're just light gold gray. So what I thought I would do now is take the airbrush and do some modeling. Um, Blow a little dust off everything here. It's been a couple of days. Um, so what I'm going to do here, I'm going to do this one wing, and then I'm going to put the camera on pause. I'm going to do some in-camera editing today, and meaning that I'm going to pause the camera during this part of the build. I wanted to show you guys what I was doing. I'm just going over this modeling best I can there, and then I will go over the whole thing with a more solid coat. This is the light gold gray, is this color. So that's why I was using it for the modeling, because then um, everything that goes on top of it is either um, the same color or darker. So that's all I'm going to do. I'm going to do it on all the upper and lower surfaces, and then all the lower surfaces and part of the sides will get a more even coat. Um, Here's the actual plans here. See, it shows all this underneath is the light gold gray, and then with a few black things here and there. Um, and then all of this upper surface, all except for those areas right there, and this part right here, um, are the dark gold gray. So that's what we're going to do. I will bring you back after I'm done with the modeling and let you guys see the whole plane, how that looks. So be milliseconds for you, be a couple minutes for me. Be right back. Okay, welcome back. We have got the modeling done on the top and the bottom. Um, just a lot of squiggles. Just kind of painting the side of the lines. You'll be all right. I'm going to go over it now with the light gold gray all over, and kind of unify the paint that's going on there. A lot of this on top is going to get covered up with a little bit darker color. Um, so don't sweat it. It's just fine. Um, yeah, most of the upper surfaces are going to get changed. Most of the lower surfaces will stay this light gold gray. So I'm going to go over the bottom, the underneath surfaces here, and let's get all this the same. I think I will follow the pattern that's on here, um, but I'm just going to do it by hand. I'm not going to, well, we're going to do this bottom part. I might actually mask off before I do the top, but we'll see. We'll see. We know the bottom's going to be this way, so. And we'll leave it about there. You can see a little bit of the modeling underneath. Yeah, maybe one more pass, but not too heavy. So yeah, that looks good. So I'm just going to do the rest of the plane this way, and then I'll come back and I'll show you what this looks like completed before I mask off and do the darker ones. So be back in a sec. Okay, we're back, and this is what it looks like right now. Um, you see how the modeling kind of shows through. Um, that makes it uneven, um, and all we're doing here is evening that out a little bit. It's time to, I'm going to push this aside for a minute, and we are going to get these pylons. Okay, first things first. Let me rinse this out. Um, so I don't need paint drying in here. I already had a problem with it. Um, Not that you guys want to watch me clean an airbrush, but I'll come over here where you can see a little bit anyway. Um, this is AK Real Colors paint. It's a lacquer based acrylic. So you can use lacquer thinner with it, any kind. Um, I will tell you this: the better the lacquer thinner, the less it stinks, and will stink up your house a lot less. Um, and but that's more expensive, so you just for save your good stuff for the actual paint. That way you're putting the good stuff through with your paint, and um, that way, like I said, just stink up your house a little less. Um, I guess I didn't do a very good job of cleaning this out last time because my needle was completely stuck. I had to use a pair of pliers to get it unstuck. Um, I wouldn't recommend it. So we're going to try to get this one cleaned out a little better. Okay. That looks better. Let's give it another little backwash. Another little in and out with the brush. That's mainly for the brush because pretty much everything's gone out of here. And I pour a little bit on my towel so that I can go back in here, make sure I've got everything off the walls of the cup. Yep, that lacquer thinner stinks a little bit. It's the cheap stuff from the hardware store, from the Home Depot. And it works just fine for cleaning your brush out. But I use the actual thinner that goes with the paints whenever I do the paint. So, um, yeah, there's still some in there. I'm getting lacquer thinner all over me. That's awesome. Not really awesome. All right. Tell you the black is, I mean, I wasn't even using black, but I used black, I don't know, a couple of three colors back, and it is still hard to get out of there. And it dries and causes little flakes that I just put right back in there because I'm an idiot. Okay, I'm gonna give that another one of those. All right. That's better. All right. All right. Okay, so time to put bombs onto pylons. I can get this silly thing to screw on here. Okay. All right, let's do hmm. All right, we're going to do these first. So I get these, but then I think I missed that D2 and 8. D. There's 8 and there's 2. Okay. Yep, I missed these a while ago, so I guess we'll take a brush and see if we can just brush it real quick. I don't want to have to clean my airbrush again. All right. Okay, all I'm doing now, sorry, I should have been talking to you. Oops. All I'm doing now is I am trimming this where it came off the sprue. So all I'm doing here is I'm just painting it with a brush. I'm just going to do one end and then set it down for a few minutes, do the other one on one end, set it down for a few minutes, let it dry enough that I can handle it, and do the other end that I'm holding now. So probably was out of camera shot, I'm sorry. Okay. All right, now we're just gonna touch up the tails on these small bombs. It's where I couldn't get in because the clip was holding it, so I wasn't able to spray that part. See, right, like that. This side is green and this side is not. Yeah, that's where the clips were holding on. Oh, that's actually broken. I don't know if the clip broke it or if I broke it. Well, there's one little fin broken there. We're gonna see if we can't let the paint glue it back together. So that one we're gonna sit over here. Probably can't see what I'm doing. Sorry, I'm terrible about that. No, and I don't edit other than just pausing the camera every once in a while to do in-camera edits. Um, yeah, it's hard for me to stay up here uh, with this arm kind of messed up, but it's okay. I'm on the screen now, even though out at the edge. So you should be able to see what I'm doing. I'm just painting the tails that didn't get painted. That one has a broken off fin. I didn't see that before, but oh well. Can't fix it now because it's completely broken off. Not just broken over like the other one was. That's another broken one. I guess those clips really just this part was so thin that the clips broke it off. Small piece of plastic there. All right. Well, we'll see if there's a way we can put them on the pylons where they won't be seen. Oh, you know what? I'm gonna check and see if there's decals. If there's decals for these missiles and stuff, then I am gonna stop doing this and I'm gonna do the decals because the decals will be so much harder to put on after I put these on the pylon. So I don't want to have to deal with fighting the pylon. So let me look and see if these get decals and I'll either come back and they'll all be decaled, or I'll come back and we'll put them all on the pylons um, to do that step. So let me see about the decals, and I'll be back shortly. Okay, I thought maybe you might like to see a little bit of this decaling. Right now, right this minute, I'm only doing the decals on the pylons. There are one decal on each side, and I think it's supposed to be some kind of writing, but you can't read it. It's so small. I don't even think I could read it. I don't even think it actually printed on there properly. I mean, it's it's within the coding, but you can't read anything. There's nothing to read there. So um, I thought I would put one or two on here, and then go on pause and do the rest, and then come back. Um, so all I'm doing is I'm taking this piece right here. I'm taking one of the decals, which is a teeny tiny thing, and I'm putting it right there. Which is where it shows to put it. That's all I'm doing. I did that one. I'm going to do this one. Good old lacquers. Spray them. 5 minutes later, they're dry. See, we're just taking them and putting them right there. And they are such small little just black dots that if you could even get close enough to read it, you can't read it anyway. There's nothing to read. The words are so small at this scale, 1/72nd scale. Um, it's just little dots. You can't. There's nothing to read there. So again, just taking it like this, sticking it on there. Okay. 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 So those are all on. I've got to find out where the other ones are for the other side because it says they go on both sides. Um, but that was all on one side there for those. So let me find those. I'm going to put those on. I'm going to put all of these bombs onto their pylons. I'll come back and show you one or two of those, and then I'm going to go away and do the rest and come back. So hold on a second. Okay, welcome back from that pause. I'm sure you'll see here, I've painted the other color on the tops here where it goes. It doesn't go over the whole top. They show it on here just like this. So that's how I did it. Black tips on some things, gunmetal on the engine bits, and on the Gao Vulcan in the front. Now we're going to take some time and we're going to do these things here. This is the bombs and missiles. So I will do one of these so you can see how I'm doing them. And then I'm going to pause you and do the rest. Got to figure out. Okay, so they go on these. Okay. All right. So they go on the top, they go on the sides. And then this is the bit that is going to be connected. Wait a minute. That might, no, that's the way it shows it. Where is that going to fit? Okay, I'm going to put you on hold. I got to figure this out. I'll be right back and then I'll explain to you what I found. Okay, so where we're at here is I have put all of these missiles. I think these are Hellfire missiles. Put these bombs. Each one of these bombs goes with one of these things. Here's a trouble though. This one and this one are shown on the outside of the wings, right here and right there. But they don't show any bombs. They don't have a bomb on them. It's just an empty rack. Same thing in the middle here. Right in the middle, this C3, there's only one of those. That's why there's no comma or no parentheses afterwards, because it just goes in the middle right here. There's only one of them, but it doesn't have a bomb either. So I don't know why they didn't put all the bombs on there, but they didn't. So anyway, I've got most of these things together. I had to use super glue because I couldn't hold on to them long enough for this stuff to set. So those are all super glued on. I'm going to super glue these on for the same reason that I can't hold them long enough straight for them to set up. So I'm going to put these on these, and then I'm going to paint these two things. These are canards that go up front here. So, and I'll put those on. I'll paint them first, and then put those on at the same time. Put these on. But for right now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to super glue these onto here. I'm going to go ahead and put these on because they only go on the outside edge. Sorry about my compressor. So I'll put these on the outside edges, and I'll put this one in the middle on the plane, and I'll put the canards on. Now I'll come back. Actually, I'll go ahead and put all the bombs on. I guess I'll come back and I'll show putting on one of these sets, one of these bombs, and then our missiles, whatever, another bombs. And anyway, I'm not going to show you all of it. I'm going to show you most of it, and I'll be back whenever we're ready to do that.